didn't sound nice. It didn't sound nice because I broke the car. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel and a massive welcome to any new subscribers. Really good to have you here. So as you can see, we are taking a look at another car from Jiusi Race or JSI Robot today. The WB12PRO 1/12 scale 4-wheel drive brushless 3S buggy. I believe it is very similar, if not the same, as a couple of other models on the market, but I think I can see a few differences. Now just taking a quick look on the box, we can see it is ready to run, full ready to run. It comes with a 3S LiPo and a charger. Apparently it does 80 kilometers an hour, hopefully out of the box. Again, it is 4-wheel drive and 1/12 scale. On this side of the box, we've got a little bit of a sneak peek of the inside of the car, and we can see the V2 or the version 2 Dumbo RC controller just there. And as you can see, it does come in two different color schemes. We've got the blue and red, and then we've got the green and black here. Bit of a better look at the green one there. Yeah guys, I think it looks absolutely awesome. I really can't wait to get everything set up on the bench, take a look, and then get it outside and do a bit of a test. And a massive thanks to today's sponsor, Jiusi Race, for sending the WB12PRO out for me to review. Let's take a look. Now just taking a quick look at the instruction guide and all the accessories and everything, we can see the instruction guide comes with all the basic information plus some blown up diagrams and a full parts list at the back. We've got a sticker sheet. In this little bag here we've got some self-adhesive foam, some zip ties, body clips, Allen keys, a little wheel wrench, and then we've also got the speed pinion gear. This here is the little 20 watt 2 to 3S LiPo charger. As you can see on the back here, we've got a 1.6 amp output rating, and it does come with the power lead. And a quick look at the Dumbo RC controller. Now they do have fully proportional throttle, brake, reverse and steering. We've got the on and off switch just there, and up the top we've got channels 3 and 4. Underneath the little latch we've got the steering trim, and then we've got steering dual rate just here. And we also have throttle dual rate, so if you are a beginner you can turn it down to 25 to 50%, and if you are advanced or you know how to drive very well, turn it up to 100%, you should be good. And that takes 4 AA's. Alright guys, so I went ahead and stuck the stickers on the body as well as on the wing there, and I did have to install the wing. It came with a couple of little grommet things that went underneath the wing first that kind of leveled it out. It all went together pretty easy. It is the similar sort of a fade in, fade out color scheme that I've said quite a few times now that I'm not a massive fan of, but the colors, the blue and the red, as well as a little bit of black there, really looks good. But honestly guys, the first thing that I saw when I took it out of the box was this massive beefy shock tower protector, I guess you'd call it, and shock protector. It is very strong, not very flexible at all, so I think that should definitely protect the shock tower and the shocks. It is just held on by the shock screws and lock nuts at the back there, as you can see. Speaking of the shocks, they are very nice blue and grey or silver anodized alloy. They are oil filled and they feel really nice. Same as the back, it feels very nice. Very well dampened, and they are threaded so you can adjust them however you want to. The wheels look very cool. We've got the white rims, and then we've got the blue Jiusi WB12PRO written on the side there. The tires are actually really soft and they are foam filled, so they should be very good, very effective. They may be a little bit hard to see on camera, but we've got the skinnier front wheels compared to the rear wheels. They are a little bit wider. That is quite a common thing to see on these buggies. We have the same swing arms, drive shafts or CVDs, C-hubs, steering knuckles, and full adjustable tie bars, just the same as the MT14R. Little buggy style bumper on there, and I can see one major difference compared to the MT14R, and that is aluminium hinge pin braces, which is really good. The MT has plastic hinge pin braces. There is no issue with that. I didn't break any, but aluminium is definitely going to be a little bit stronger. We also have sway bars front and rear, which should help with stability and control during cornering. Looks like we have all the same components at the rear as well, so the swing arms, the rear carriers or hubs, and adjustable tie bars. Really happy to see a nice chunky rear bumper. That should definitely protect the swing arms, the suspension, and the carriers and everything, as well as maybe the wing mount. Does look pretty strong, but it's always good having a little bit of extra protection for all the parts. And just before we get the shell off, I did almost forget to mention the roof skids here. They should definitely prevent the body from getting scratched up and maybe even prevent some cracking. Alright, so the inside looks very similar to the MT14R, except there's a few changes. Being a buggy, we've got the little body post at the front there, and then the little rear body post here. MT14 body posts mount to the shock towers. One thing that is different color-wise are the diff housings. They're a grey plastic rather than the black plastic. I don't think the moulding is different. I think they're all the same. It's the same full steel drivetrain as the MT14, and that was very strong, so I don't see us having many issues with that at all. Just inside here, we can see the spring and the nut and everything for the slipper clutch. So there is a slipper clutch in there. Now the motor looks like it's the same size and same kV, 2845 3600 kV 2 to 3S motor. It is on the sliding motor mount there, and we do get the speed pinion gear, so we're definitely going to have to test that out. 35 amp 2 to 3S speed control up the top there. I believe this is a Surpass speed control, but they do have the little Jiuci Race logo on the top there. Got a little waterproof or semi-waterproof receiver box here with the Dumbo RC receiver inside. A Metal Gear mini servo. I'm not sure whether it's the same kgs as the MT servo, but it should do a good job in this little buggy. I didn't have any issues with the steering assembly, the servo, or the servo saver on the MT14R, so I'm assuming this one's going to be just the same. Should be great. It's a bit hard to see at the back there, but we do have ball bearings throughout the car. The front shock tower is a little bit hard to see with that massive protector on there, but I'm assuming it's the same. And the rear shock tower looks the same as well, it's just a different color. I did notice the alloy they use is a little bit soft. That's why I'm going to put a bottom brace on this one. I really like the idea of a little XT60 mount there. It holds the plug in place, and you don't have to worry about trying to mount the wires underneath the battery strap here. And again, this is full ready to run. It does come with the 2200 milliamp, 11.1 volt, 35C 3S LiPo. The included batteries seem to work really good, and 2200 milliamp will give you a decent runtime. But as you can see here, there is a lot of room behind the battery. So if you really wanted to, you could drill a couple of holes in the chassis and actually get a much larger battery bay for maybe 3000 to 3500 milliamp 3S batteries, and that will give you a really long runtime. Now I'm pretty sure everything else is going to be the same as the MT, except for the center drive shaft, which should be a little bit longer, obviously having a longer chassis. And I can see an alloy tube center brace rather than the plastic one that comes on the MT. Yet we still have the hinge at the front, so it is the same design, but they have just added the alloy tube rather than plastic. Actually guys, there is one more thing that I really wanted to check before we take it out for a test, and that is the rear hub screws. On the MT14R, the screws in the rear hub were rather short, and it left a massive void in the middle of the hub. Now I actually found that to be an issue. I did break 2 of the rear hubs because of that big void. Then I added my own longer screws, and I haven't had an issue since. So I really want to check if they've added their own longer screws to this version. So they have definitely added a little bit longer screws into the rear hubs there. Alright, so all we need to do now is get the battery charged. We can take this outside and see how it goes. I really can't wait to see if we can hit that 80 kilometers an hour, and I really can't wait to see how this bashes. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. Whew, she's a bit noisy, a bit loud, but got everything set up. Now guys, I have had a few cars with signal issues in the street here. Hopefully it does okay. If not, I can head off somewhere else. All right guys, so the GPS doesn't actually fit in the car, so I'm just gonna sticky tape it to the front there just for now. Might not look the best, but it'll do the job. We do have signal. So let's do it, see if we can get that 80 kilometers an hour. Ooh, I have to turn that steering dual rate down, it's pretty high. Right, please, no signal issues. That's full throttle? That's full throttle? That's nowhere near 80 kilometers an hour. Wow, bad signal issues, guys. No, that might be speed control issues. The Surpass speed control. Yep, the speed control keeps cutting out. Alright, see what we got. Probably like 60 kilometers an hour. 61 kilometers an hour, yeah. So I don't think changing the pinion gear is going to give us an extra 20 kilometers an hour. You can see the shocks when it cuts out. It drops and picks back up and drops. Oh, 63. We gained a couple of kilometers. Well, you know what? Changing the pinion gear might give us the extra 17 kilometers we need, but there is definitely some weird delays or signal issues going on there. Alright guys, got the speed pinion gear in there, so let's see how close to the 80 kilometers an hour we can get now. Oh, it's definitely faster. Got signal back. Did we hit that 80? 67, alright. So I may as well try one more time, see if we can get faster. See if we can get at least 70 kilometers an hour. Alright, as much distance as I can get. Here we go. One last attempt. Oh, stop before I hit a car. Well, very stable. Good steering. Yeah, lacks punch. Only a little 35 amp speed control, so it's not super punchy. 74 kilometers an hour. There we go. That's a bit better. So yeah guys, 74, that's much closer to the 80 obviously. Probably more than you need to bash around with off-road. So yeah, we'll get that GPS off and we'll go and have a bash. You know what, we may as well just leave the speed pinion gear in there and bash with that, because I don't think that motor's going to heat up too much. Should be fine. Woke up to a world of pixelated dreams, where nothing is as simple as it seems. Flipping through the chaos like a magazine, chasing every spark in between. Oh, with the S&P hybrid, with a side of left side. What am I gonna do? Alright guys, so I'm just at the recreational park around the corner from my house. I have got the ramp set up just over there, and there's a few nice little dirt trails just there so we can have a play around. I didn't really want to take it to the BMX track or skate park for its first run. It is a buggy, so this is probably a good spot for it anyway. So let's have a play around. Now I did make just a temporary skid plate for it. This is just thin plastic, but it will prevent the decals or the design on the bottom from getting scratched up until I can make a proper skid plate for it. Now the main reason I've done that is because I actually want to maybe try and get 100 plus miles an hour with this car. I would love to see if I can get more than 100 miles an hour with a 28 size motor. I definitely think this is a good platform for a 100 mile an hour car anyway. So yeah, hopefully we can keep that design on the bottom of the chassis for its entire lifespan. Jump. Circuits in my brain play hide. Nice. Static in the air, but it feels unique. Dancing on the wire where the codes and teeth. Laughing at the rules cause the future is sleek. With the S&P hobby.
Yeah, I'm still getting that funny glitch or delay, so it must be the speed control. Very, very typical of Surpass Hobby speed controls. Not getting full throttle again. It's like the speed control just can't deliver the currents that the motor and gearing is requiring. No, that can't be low voltage after just a few speed runs and a quick drive on the dirt. Oh, that didn't sound nice. It didn't sound nice because I broke the car. What do we break? Oh no! Another hub, guys, another rear hub. And I'm not quite sure what's going on at the front. Definitely something going on there as well. Oh no, we broke the front C-hub. All right, well, I'm really glad that I've got spare parts at home. Yeah, I don't think it was a parts issue. I definitely think that was just my bad landing. Shouldn't have gone as big as I did. But like I said, I have got the spare parts at home, so we can go and get that all fixed up and take it for another bash. Not be so harsh with it this time. Try and find that drive shaft as well. Alright guys, so one thing I want to do before I finish up today is get the speed control swapped out, just to confirm that that is the delay or glitch issue. I have had a couple of the Dumbo RC receivers kind of glitch out as well, so that could be the issue, but I'm pretty sure it is the speed control. So I'm going to get this Reactor or Hobbywing rebranded speed control in there. It is 50 amps. It is still 3S, but yeah, having more amps there, we're definitely going to have more power anyway. But if it doesn't glitch with this speed control, it means the receiver and the battery and everything is fine. So let's go ahead and get that swapped out and go and test it out quickly. All right guys, so we got the 50 amp 3S speed control in there now. Seems very responsive, no glitches or anything so far. So yeah, I'll give it a quick test, and if it does seem a lot better, I will put the GPS on there and then see if we can actually get that 80 kilometers an hour, possibly more. So much more punch, so much more response. Oh yeah, so it's like instant power now. Doesn't lag out at all. Got to be careful, got to destroy those wheels now. Are we actually faster though? Whoa, I reckon we might be. That's definitely cleared it up. There's no glitches, no delays, no anything like that. So it definitely was the speed control. If a car is good and affordable, but the electronics aren't the greatest, it's still worth getting the car and just swapping around the electronics, seeing what works better. These 50 amp speed controls, they're not overly expensive, maybe $50, $60 depending on where you get them from. So, you know, you chuck an extra $50, $60 in the car to make it a lot better. I think it's totally worth it. Get the sticky tape out. All right, good enough. Wow, that's screaming. Got better signal as well. I lifted the antenna a little bit. That's excellent. See what a speed control can do? Just changing the speed control. Yeah guys, I have a funny feeling this is going to show more than 80 kilometers an hour now. Oh, or 80 exactly. Well, there we go. We've definitely hit the 80 kilometers an hour. If I hold it a little bit longer, I might be able to get faster than 80 kilometers an hour. But seriously guys, what one 12 scale car needs to go over 80 kilometers an hour if it's actually an off-road car, you know? Nice and smooth, good steering, good shocks. Might actually be able to get a wheelie off that little bump there. Ooh. Or just roll the car completely. Well, that is way more power guys, I'm really liking it now. 79, so yeah guys, we got the box speed, we got exactly 80 kilometers an hour with that new speed control. I'm happy with that. Yeah guys, it's amazing how much difference there is just from swapping over the speed control. Not so much in top speed, but the response, the precision in the throttle, it's much better with a good quality speed control. And it is a really good car guys. Great parts, all the components and everything. Even though I did break the carriers and that already, that was definitely my fault.
Racing through the dark with the fire in my chest. Chasing every shadow, can't settle for less. Asphalt whispered secrets as the motor squeezes.
Oh no.
Life's a roaring river fueling all my dreams, and it all top speed. Downfalls pounding me, all in the blink of your eye. All in the blink of your eye.
Oh.
The night bends around me like a twisted tail. Adrenaline's a compass through this blurring trail. The wind's got no mercy, it cuts through the haze. But the thrill's an anthem I will always praise. And it all...
Oh, that was what I was waiting for. But yeah guys, the car itself is amazing. Like I said, all the suspension and everything set up pretty well. The gears seem to be very strong. Super fast now. I mean, it was already fast, but it's just really responsive now with that speed control. So yeah, that's insane. Awesome. Oh, bent up my little skid plate thing. It's only very soft plastic, so gonna have to get that off, get a proper polycarbonate one made up. Turn this into a speed car now. I definitely want to see if it can hit 100 miles an hour, possibly 120, 130 miles an hour if we get it set up right. And that will all be with a 28 size motor. I'm not going to jump up to the 36 size. We're going to stick to the 28. I think you can get some 2860, 2870 size motors these days. Really long can motors that will definitely fit in here. So yeah guys, that's what I'm going to be doing next, I think. Turn it into a speed car. And again, thanks to Jiusi Race for sending this out because it is an awesome car. Again, it's similar or the same as a couple of other cars on the market already, but if you like the Jiusi Race brand, definitely keep an eye out for this one.